It's a final countdown, ladies and gentlemen. In a few days' time, America votes finally. 57 million of them have voted so far, but the final batch of them will cast their ballots in the presidential election of 2020. Who will win? Will it be Joe Biden and the Democrats, or will it be President Trump and his re-election for another 4 years? I believe it'll be the latter. The reason being, there's so much momentum out there. All of his rallies, he's doing 2-3 rallies a day, and the crowds are absolutely loving him. Biden is only attracting 40s and 50s in cars blowing horns, and when Obama showed up yesterday to speak on Biden's behalf, there were 17 people there. That to me is a pretty strong indicator that Biden is not going to get up. He's bad for the economy. He's bad for taxes. Even if you're on $401,000 a year, he's going to up your taxes. And he claims that people below $400,000 won't have any impact on their 401ks. That's rubbish. There will be massive unemployment if a Biden victory is chalked up on the 4th of November. The election's the 3rd, but it'll probably be the 4th or 5th before a decision is known. And babies will be aborted at full term under a Biden administration. There will be a depression the likes of which you've never seen. It'll be worse than 1929 in my humble opinion. So, you wanted my opinion, you've got it. I was right in my prediction that Trump would win in 2016. I was right when Scott Morrison was elected in May 2019 in a big margin. And I was right about Richmond winning the AFL Grand Final 3 times out of 4 back in 2016 when they were coming bottom of the table. I'm an investigative journalist of 35 years experience. I've won several awards, admittedly only at the suburban level, but still they've been significant, and also a few in the racing industry. So I've been analysing elections in America, Australia, the United Kingdom, and in other parts of the world too. I've also covered the Hong Kong handover in 1997 as the national features editor of the Daily Commercial News, one of only 3 national daily newspapers in Australia. I want to wish you well. If you're in America and you're voting, I want to wish you well, whether you're a Democrat, an independent, or a Republican. I want you all, whatever the result, I want you all to get back to being nice to each other. I want you all to get back to being kind to each other. I want you all to get back together at barbecues and be friendly and loving to each other. It's very, very important that politics takes a back seat from now on. It cannot be at the forefront of people's lives. This is an important election because it's capitalism versus socialism. So it is very important. It's democracy against chaos. And it's also Christianity and In God We Trust versus atheism and anarchy. So that's why I've been passionate about covering this particular election. But once it is behind us, from January 2021 onwards, can we all please get back to being kind and considerate to each other all around the world and start giving credit where credit is due? You know, President Trump has not done a bad job. He's the only president in living memory that has not subjected America to another war. There's been not one rifle shot in his 4 years at the helm. That is pretty amazing. He's brought peace in the Middle East. He's negotiated on 2 occasions personally with Kim Jong-un of North Korea when Kim Jong-un was looking like setting off rockets and missiles and nuclear testing in North Korea, and really worrying South Korea and Japan. Trump stepped in and he just made friends with Kim Jong-un. He made friends with other people in the world too. And he rolled up his sleeves and he talked turkey with many of them in robust terms and said, we're putting America first. For too long, China has been ripping off America, and for once, I'm going to do what should have been done decades ago. And so Trump has been putting America first. He should not be punished for that. He should start getting a bit more publicity, fairly and accurately and objectively reported in the media. And for once, start giving credit where it is due, media. Stop pitching for the DMC or the DNC. DMC was a pretty good band. It's also a good car, but I meant the DNC, the Democratic Nasty Party. Stop campaigning for them. It's blatantly obvious. I'd like to close now by thanking the New York Post for outstanding courageous journalism, especially Miranda Devine and the editor-in-chief of the New York Post. You've been absolutely inspirational in your news coverage, and being shut down by Twitter and other social media for simply telling the truth and reporting the facts as you see them is a credit to journalism, and it just shines a light for the future. I hope other students of journalism follow the brave example led by Miranda Devine at the New York Post, because it's a paper that I would love to have a column in one day. And I might even do that. An Australian's perspective of the US political scene. This has been Lord Reags, otherwise known as Reagan John Murphy, multi-award winning investigative journalist with 35, nearly 40 years experience, wishing you all well and predicting a landslide election victory for Donald J. Trump.